What am I worth?
Billionaires off their presence.
Net worth.
The net worth.
The richest person in the world.
Net worth.
Are you a billionaire yet, bro?
Net worth.
Net worth. Net worth.
Net worth.
आपका individual net worth.
Okay, something was definitely not right here. You think about net worth in so many ways and are bombarded on the internet in podcasts and magazines and people talking about how much money they have 100x more than you, and it makes you feel like shit. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the reality of net worth. We're going to talk about the good and the bad, because clearly the media and the internet are not telling you the truth. So let's begin. Where did this concept even come from? So let's go back in time. In the agrarian society, where everyone would grow up on the field, grow a bunch of stuff, eat it, and be self-sustainable. But then came the Industrial Revolution in the West. And at this time, there were factories, mass production, there was advertising to buy stuff.
Place for all your food.
Beauty and dependability.
This is the year to own the car designed for you.
And this gave birth to two anxiety-inducing things. One, everyone here moved from villages to cities to earn more, and they were paid an hourly wage. And it made sense. You worked for an hour, you were paid for it. Worked for a second hour, you would pay for that. This is where people associated time with money. And the word time is money also was born. And this would enable you to lead a better life, because that's what advertising told us. And because of consumerism, people wanted to buy stuff. Now, the richest people weren't the landlords like the agrarian societies. They were the Vanderbilts, the Rockefellers, and other people. And their net worth, ironically, was a lot. These industrialists made a lot of money. So now, money became status and became something that you wanted. And all these newly rich people acquired stuff you didn't have. So this was not about money anymore. It was about,
I'm better. I am better.
My status is nicer. My home is nicer. My cars are nicer. My friends are nicer. My clothes are nicer. I'm better than you. So self-worth came from net worth. Kinda sucks, but that's what happened. But when someone earns a lot of money...
When you look at your net worth, it's too much money to even spend in a lifetime.
You were like the youngest person to become a billionaire.
And people talk about in the media that this person has made a lot of money. Is it really wrong? Of course not. They probably earned it. But there's a problem here. It's called net worth anxiety. Don't look it up. I just made it up. It's a problem when you see another person's net worth and have this feeling of emptiness inside and wastelessness. Actually, two problems happen. The first one is anxiety by comparison. You look at this other person who's made more money than you, and you perceive yourself to be lesser than this person because this person is younger or richer or better looking or whatever it is, some one aspect that you don't have in your life. That creates anxiety. The second problem is the medal effect. Remember when you did something amazing at school and you earned a medal? Maybe it was a picture, maybe it was marks, but something that you were proud of. You ran home to your mother or father and said, look, Ma, Papa, this is what I got. And they were so happy, they told all their friends, all their relatives. This could also be a talent. And everyone was proud of you. And that moment was just bliss and beautiful. And now as an adult, you want to recreate that. And net worth is one way that you tell your parents that you've reached this net worth. All your friends and families become proud of you. And if you don't hit it, then they are not proud of you. The internet amplifies everything, and it amplifies net worth too. Particularly how net worth is displayed on the internet. Many times you won't see rich people talking about their money. In fact, most rich people will not talk about their money. The media talks about it. And the media is not a representation of this person's mind. And the media misrepresents it. So let's talk about all the misrepresentations of net worth that happen that mess up your mind. Magazine rich list. I love this. Popular magazines make list of rich people, and the number keeps going higher and higher as you go up the rank, obviously, and becomes billions of dollars. There are Indian rich lists as well, and you look at them and think, oh my God, that's so much money. I mean, 10,000 crores? What? And you think, I'm earning a salary of 50,000 rupees and this person has 10,000 crores. I don't believe this. One, you shouldn't because it's not true. The net worth is a calculation of all their assets put together. That billionaire's salary might be zero and he might have a lot of money in cash, but the point is, salary you can compare. Don't compare net worth and your salary. That makes no sense. A great way to find out how much you are worth is going to the description, downloading this calculator and plugging it all in. Normally, on the first of every month, we look at our salary and say, this is what I'm worth. But that's not true. You're actually worth a lot more than just the assets you have. But because you are lost in life, once you can do this exercise, add everything including your PF, you know that you have achieved something. Anyway, let's get back. The thing with these lists is that they're linked to the ownership of their companies whose valuation is available publicly. मतलब सबके पास information है, so to calculate their net worth is easy. But for everyone else, it's impossible. No one really knows the net worth of someone who isn't running a public company because these are private individuals. So when you hear that this X person is worth X in the media, most likely it was done to get clicks on their website, the media company's website where they earn ads. There is no way to know what Shah Rukh Khan is actually worth, let alone what a YouTuber is worth. And this is exactly what happened with Kylie Jenner. I can't believe I'm talking about it, but I promise it's about net worth. She was doing some $300 million in revenue, as she explained in an interview. Some magazine came, applied some P multiple to it and said $1 billion. She owns 100% of it. Oh my God, she's the youngest billionaire ever. Ever. And everyone made a huge big deal about it. At 20, I think, she was worth $1 billion. It's crazy. Everyone went nuts and she probably made more sales because of this news. How amazing. What a business person. What an entrepreneur. What a player. And because all of this hype, the media companies got a lot of traffic, ads worked, everyone's a winner. I'm sure the fans were also happy. Fast forward to 2019, Kylie sold Kylie Cosmetics, 51% stake to this company, and it was revealed that her sales were not 300 million a few years ago. It was 80 to 100 million, which made her worth only a couple $100 million. Oh my God, what a cheat. And because of this, everyone called her a liar, including the media companies who again made hype of it and earned from the ads. Wow. So basically, you can't trust the net worth calculations you see online because the information is not public. Okay? Okay. And one more thing that's causing you net worth anxiety is this meme where if Jeff Bezos start giving out $1 million a day every day, it'll take him 500 years for all his money to finish, which means he is way ahead of the game. Do you think he has that much money in the bank? Net worth is not cash in bank. But the point is, stuff like this is anxiety inducing and designed like that to make you feel like you're not even close. But this is not even true. So the amount of shares he owns in Amazon multiplied by the stock price at that time becomes a part of his net worth. And that's what people assume is how much money he has. But he doesn't have that in cash. It's just his net worth. It's an asset. In fact, there's this really cool company called Basecamp. This guy actually runs this company profitably for the last many years, and they do millions of dollars in profits. You've probably not heard of them, which is why I love this example. They even send their employees for paid holidays on their bucket list, which I think is fantastic. They also enjoy their work. They're completely remote, etc. And people kept asking him, what's your net worth? What's the valuation? Guys, they never raised any capital. So as a joke, he raised a few dollars from his friend at a 0.00001% valuation, and he announced to the world that he's worth $100 billion. So now whenever someone asks him, what's the valuation of your company? He says, $100 billion. And it's a joke to illustrate that you can just sell your startup right now for 10 rupees at 0.00000, you get the point, and tell the world that you're worth X. But nothing will change. Now there are two types of news headlines you hear. One is the new startup founder for the last 1 to 5 years, that his worth is now 100 crores, 200 crores, 300 crores, 1000 crores, you name it. India mein to kuch bhi number aata hai. And you think he did it in 2 years, he did it in 4 years. This is too quick. In most cases, if the company is only a few years old, the founders do not have liquidity. Liquidity means they don't have cash. The company may be worth a certain amount because they have to grow, but the founders don't participate and get part of that cash. Their job as operators is to grow the company. So in most cases, they don't have money in the bank. So a guy worth, say, hundreds of crores may only have 50 lakhs in his account, which is not bad, by the way, but that's the truth. Then there's the second kind of founder, also worth, say, 1,000 crores, 5,000 crores, but he's been at it for a decade or two, maybe even 3. And these kinds of entrepreneurs, because they've been at it for a long time, get to participate in something called a liquidity event. A liquidity event is when the founder can actually cash in on some of the stock he owns and get some money in the bank. This could be an IPO, it just could be a bonus, it could be a dividend, it could be a secondary sale, but it's rare. And when it happens, they get a lot of cash. Good example is Flipkart. They actually made thousands of crores from the sale to Walmart, but such events are rare. So remember, the next time you see that a startup founder is worth hundreds or thousands of crores, see how much time he's put in it. If it's a really long time, there's a good chance some of it he actually has in cash. But in most cases, they may not. And ignore it and live your life a little bit better. But look at all these people, these musicians, sports people, boxers, actually had liquid millions of dollars in their account but went bankrupt. Zero. So maybe personal finance is a little important, and I think you should protect your capital, know how to compound, get your emergency fund. All those things are more important, and not Googling the net worth of your favorite star, because pehle apne aap ko to aage rakho. Become better in your own cash. That's probably better, right? And since you removed all your other anxieties, let me give you one more anxiety. In the next 50 years, you will be working. So the last 1 or 2 or 3 years don't really matter. And to be honest, India has so much opportunity right now. I just know you will be able to make it over the next decade. And even a decade is so less. Think about it. You're at home probably right now in an air condition. There's a pankha, you have water, nice food, and you're watching YouTube on Wi-Fi. Dude, you'll be fine. You have 5 decades of work ahead of you. Aap compound kar loge, you'll be absolutely okay. Love you, baby. When you look at me, I can see you're looking at me, so don't look at me. Anxiety हो रही है आप. But ये word नहीं पता था when you were younger actually. This word didn't exist. घबराहट हो रही. Ipshita, Nishita, Vandit, yeah. Kush, that's your blooper.